Hello, welcome to the Dark Match for the week of February 11th, 2012. We'll be doing the WWE Week in Review. My name is DJ DigiFox. I'm the fox that rocks your socks.
The week of February 11th?
Yes.
Yeah.
You usually start with the first day of the week.
Shut up and just introduce yourself, you
People know who I am! I'm famous!
God damn it!
I'm the Arrow, and there's some other shit fucks after me.
Can't even fucking start the show!
I'm the match striker of DarkMatch, Mega Fighter Free, and Arrow, do you need to go back to your cage?
What are you
Don't
talking
answer.
about?
No, shut up. It's my turn.
God.
All right. God damn it.
I'm
the ever happy and positive and cheery Tifa's, and if you have a Valentine date this weekend or any plans whatsoever for that day, go fuck yourself. Here's the Iron
he's
Sheik.
bitter and old.
Saturday, good day, but still Hulk Hogan can go fuck himself. Have a good day. Let's get into Raw before Arrow speaks again.
So we covered the Undertaker's valiant return to action. Well, not to action, but to the WWE last week. And then we covered the six-pack challenge, which will be happening tonight, with the 6 participants in the Elimination Chamber. And we have Big Show versus World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan also taking place tonight.
Woo.
Yes.
So that sets the stage.
Yeah, to be honest, a lot of people kind of said this week of WWE program was a little bit lackluster. I actually enjoyed it. I don't know. Just how I felt about it. But I'm sure we'll get some disagreement in that here, and we'll get into that, though. So the show starts off, and who comes out to start the show other than the big guy himself, Triple H. So, he comes down the ring and cuts one of his famous half-hour-long promos that I've missed so much over the last few years.
It was not a half hour this time.
No, it probably wasn't.
It was like 15 minutes.
I'm just saying, though. Like, you know everyone and their mother was shitting all over just because Triple H had a microphone and was wearing a suit. So, yeah, he comes out and he wanted to clarify a couple things. Number one, that, he did intend to fire John Laurinaitis last week, but the little weasel managed to get the board of directors to hold off on voting on what to do with that for a couple days so he could make a case for himself. But he made it clear that as soon as he has the opportunity to, Laurinaitis is fired.
Right.
And he also said that he has no interest in fighting The Undertaker again at WrestleMania.
But here's a thought. Triple H said the week before that anytime he could come back and run Raw.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to, so he's not going to. But if he wants to get rid of Johnny Ace, he should just take up the reins and then quit.
Well, it's the board of directors is kind of involved in there, too.
They are coming here. Okay, whatever. The network.
The true puppet masters.
Okay, you can call it the network all you want, but at least we know who this is. It's not, the network.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, Vince is still technically chairman of the board. He was just relieved of his Raw duties.
Yeah.
So really, shouldn't we just be saying Vince? No, we don't want to talk about Vince, because Vince doesn't want us to talk about Vince, because Vince is crazy.
It's kind of like the board of directors took more power from Vince. Like, he's not as centrally powerful as he once was.
This reminds me of a storyline from Digimon. Or wait, no, not Digimon. It's, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something.
We're really going there?
Oh, the Big Five?
I don't want to go there, but it reminds me of that.
It just reminded Mega
comparing...
Fighter. Now he's going to talk.
If Mega Fighter could just, bite his
We're
tongue.
comparing WWE to a kids show. Wait.
About cards.
It is a kid's show.
A kids show made entirely to sell playing cards for a game that was made up just to sell these fucking cards and get your fucking money so you couldn't spend it on important shit like gas to get down to the wrestling show.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
So you got to bug Backlash for a ride, and he's just like, fuck you, dude. I don't want to take you to the fucking wrestling show. I'm busy. And it's just a fucking mess because you can't see the show.
This story never happened.
You don't know that.
I'm fairly certain.
You weren't there.
Moving on.
So anyways, Triple H starts talking about The Undertaker.
I love you,
says,
Backlash.
Basically, Triple H says that he's no longer gets butterflies in his stomach when the Undertaker comes out. He's now he realizes the fallacy. The Undertaker's just a man. He's not an eldritch abomination anymore, and that he doesn't want to face Undertaker at WrestleMania because he doesn't. It'll be like putting down Old Yeller, basically.
No.
Didn't he say that was his goal last year?
Yeah, but
I believe he
changed.
did.
He's an older man now. He's learned the error of his ways.
It's like, Master, I want to put you out of your misery. This year, I just can't bring myself to put you out of your misery. The fuck, Triple H?
Maybe Triple H
Remember
is like,
2003?
yeah, beating up Undertaker's not fun anymore.
He's taking pity on the Undertaker.
You know what? That's
Just-
good. I completely back Triple H's decision, just because I don't want to see any more goddamn repeat matches with the Undertaker.
Yeah, 2 years with Shawn Michaels. 2 years. Now it's gonna be 2 years with Triple H.
Look, I don't think
And we've had
Jesus.
2 matches with Kane.
Yeah, let's get some new motherfuckers. Let's get like Daniel Bryan in there.
Yeah, let's get Cody Rhodes and some The Miz. That's what he's doing these days.
Maybe
Miz
some
is
Anybody.
Sheamus.
Miz is dead.
This is not
Sheamus
dead.
versus Taker would be awesome.
I could see
Love
it.
2 guys with really, really pale skin.
Yeah.
Well, an idea that was thrown around was that the Royal Rumble would be to face Taker this year, not for a title. But that, of course, was nixed.
Yeah, because I'd be like, a lot of guys would just be like, why the fuck am I wasting my time with this? I want the fucking
I
title.
don't want to win a shot so that I can get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
But whatever. I think if you were going to do something like that, it would have to be a guy maybe like in an early entrant in the Rumble to do it to prove that they like outlasted everyone.
That they got the ability
Instead of like
to go.
bringing in Sheamus at what was he like 26?
Yeah, something like that.
Because I know Otunga was 27. God.
Yeah, anyway. This was not a bad...
We got 2 video packages.
Yeah.
From Triple H.
Okay, yeah.
The first one was him running through everyone for like 2 decades, and then the second one was the last WrestleMania match, where he's like, he's suffering all this jazz. Sure, I tapped out, but I left him laying there. And then we get a Taker promo of him sitting in his lair, where he took up a new hobby of scrapbooking.
I have nothing to say to that.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Undertaker scrapbooking.
Undertaker wants a match. Triple H has no interest in it. And then go to commercial break. Unless you got more to say about this.
No.
Well, no, because what happened was Triple H was about to leave, and then music stops, lights go out, then the Undertaker's sitting there.
Well, we get the video package. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he wants a match.
That's just all fluff. Let's get some movies. Big Show versus Daniel Bryan.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yep.
I like this match a lot.
It was a good match. I enjoyed
Especially for a Big Show match, which I'm
Yeah.
really pretty
Yeah.
much over myself.
And I'm just loving Daniel Bryan. I mean,
Yeah,
Oh,
Daniel
yeah.
Bryan's great.
Well, of course you love Daniel Bryan. He's a vegan.
He's a role model.
Yeah, he recycles.
oh, but we'll get to all that.
Yeah, we'll get to his Prius.
Well, now you just blew your load. No, I'm kidding.
So the big thing about
Dude,
the
I'm gonna
match.
be blowing my load all night here. Don't bother with messing with me.
Big Show, Daniel Bryan, back from commercial break. Daniel Bryan comes out with her. Big Show is in the ring. Daniel Bryan comes out and he waves to bring out AJ, and everyone's like, "Oh my God!" She's all scared and neck brace, yada yada yada. And then match starts. Show pretty much starts the match, kicking ass, doing his stupid big chops that nobody fucking likes. Yeah, this happened. Pretty much, there's only one really important spot, but unless you guys want to talk more about the match, I mean, it was a fairly short match, but I feel it really added to the storyline and it was good. It was necessary, I want to say. They spill out outside the ring, and
Yeah, that necessary is a word for it.
and then Daniel Bryan, what is it? He basically uses AJ as a human shield, and AJ's like, "Please don't hurt her anymore." And then they eventually go up to the stairs, or AJ's out to the stairs. Big Show pretty much gets almost pushed into AJ. He stops, and then Daniel Bryan basically says, "You could have stopped the first time."
This just proved that you did it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're self-aware about what they're doing, where Daniel Bryan's basically being this hypocrite.
Yeah, I really do enjoy how they're kind of booking this like a PWG kind of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a lot of that this week, like just tonight and on SmackDown.
But Big Show wins by countout because Daniel Bryan and AJ they leave.
Yep.
And yeah.
Gangbusters, man. This show is awesome.
Bryan calls Big Show a giant freak.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. What's going on yet? Oh, yeah, we got Chris Jericho will address the WWE Universe.
Right. He'll say more than one sentence.
Yeah, he'll say two.
Oh, and then we get some NASCAR driver coming out to say hello to John Cena.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
The interesting thing about this was John Cena's only appearance, and it was recorded from last week.
Yeah, this apparently, I'm not sure if it was recorded from last week or it's supposed to take place last week.
That's what
it was recorded last week and it took place this week.
Ah. Okay.
Otherwise, we would have shown it last week.
Big news for John Cena, a car enthusiast, is that he's going to be he's going to wave the green flag and he's going to be the starter of the Daytona 500, which is big. It's a big thing, but whatever.
Yeah, we're not the dark NASCAR.
Yeah, left turns.
The dark race.
It's the Kotex 500.
Okay, so David Otunga comes out. Unless you guys want to talk about the promotional video for the Elimination Chamber.
No, I've seen too many of those.
Oh, no, we have to talk about this video. This video is amazing. I mean, you know.
The Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And then after Bischoff was fired, they had to warp his voice so we wouldn't recognize
2
him.
miles of chain.
Deal.
Yeah. Anyway.
You never come out the same.
So yeah, David Otunga in the ring.
Yeah, we got David Otunga out there. And
we pray.
Yes. As the spoilers put it, Otunga drops to one knee like Tim Tebow and wants everyone to pray for him.
You got to pray just to make it today.
Even the spoilers can't resist name-dropping Tebow.
It's not spoilers if it's already happened, dude.
Results. Sorry.
So he basically sucks up to John Laurinaitis some more, even though John might lose his job tomorrow morning.
We're praying for him.
And then he's rewarded by Triple H putting him into a match with Sheamus. And guess who wins?
Can't contain my excitement.
Otunga in a suit or his sweater vest.
With his bow tie.
Yep.
Oh, he has to take it off so he can just wear the shirt to wrestle.
Yeah, his shirt gets ripped off in the match, though.
Yep.
I think it would be awesome if he wore the bow tie to wrestle. Without
this was the match where Sheamus used the Celtic Cross to win, right?
I believe so.
No, it says results say bro kick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Because it was the week before he used the Celtic Cross.
So he standard bro kick finish, kick, down, pin, win. So there we go. Sheamus, the Royal Rumble winner, looking really strong.
This show just doesn't seem that interesting to me since we didn't have any mention of raising genitalia by the Sheik.
Yeah.
And then we have another talking segment. Chris Jericho comes out.
Yep.
And he's got his little Christmas tree jacket that's lit up with all the LEDs going off.
Raw is Jericho.
Looks like a raver.
Yeah.
Jacket's awesome.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he comes out and basically says that, okay, everyone in the WWE locker room is somehow derivative. They've ripped me off. Miz ripped me off being serious. Kofi Kingston ripped off my high-flying shit. And CM Punk ripped off me being best in the world.
Yeah, he mentions a lot of specific things, like like how he came out to the ring with Stephanie way before anyone came to the ring with Vicky.
Which I don't think that's obviously not true.
Macho Man, because Jericho's the only other person in history.
He trolled everyone.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh wait, what about Arch Proof? What was his rip-off thing?
He was crazy first.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm pretty sure other people were doing high-flying shit before Jericho, like, I don't know.
Absolutely no one.
Shawn Michaels.
Jericho was the first person to ever come off the top rope.
Chris Jericho is the first blonde, long-haired man from Canada in the WWE that wore pants.
It's true. It's true. You can't go back anywhere in history of WWE.
I did it first.
Erwin R. Shyster was not serious before Chris Jericho was serious. That just never happened.
Well, he was a tax collector.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
it's not like
they're very unserious people.
Nope.
It's not like Kurt Angle and Triple H.
Audits are jokes. Okay. Anyway, Jericho pretty much is awesome, and this was perfectly fine. Then who would come out but Mr. CM Punkerton? And
really? That's the name you're giving him tonight?
Damn right I am.
Okay.
And then Punk opens his mouth. Megafighter, you would know about that. Punk opens his mouth.
I learned from the best.
And then he drops the microphone, turns around to show off his new shirt, and it says "Best in the World" in the back, as the first one did, but this one's new. And then he walks away. He basically dares Jericho to hit him, but then instead of doing that, Punk walks away, and Jericho's like, Jericho basically says, "You're gonna say anything, whatever. Don't walk away from me." And this was good. Liked it.
He got out-trolled, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Taste of your own medicine, Jericho.
No one saw this coming.
I, for one, didn't.
Anyway.
So yeah, we have two people that are really, really good at trolling, having a feud with each other. It's awesome.
Yeah. Next up.
Our next fantastic, or I guess they announced later tonight, Orton and Khali versus Barrett and Rhodes, and then that's our next match after commercial.
Yep.
This was a match.
It was definitely a match.
Yeah. There was no mistaking that this was a match.
Yes, indeed. This match exists.
It's a tag match, no less.
Yes.
Four competitors, two on each side.
Yeah.
It wasn't all that bad. I mean, if you're looking at the grand scheme of things, it was pretty good. It creates tension between, in the end result, creates tension between Orton and Khali, who are both faces. So going in the Elimination Chamber, they'll be angry at each other because everyone's angry at each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
no one's allowed to get along leading up to a match like that.
Yeah.
Well, they really shouldn't be. I mean, at least you don't have like constant. Oh look, all the heels are united, or all the faces are united. It's not like something like a 6-man tag or whatever, or like a Survivor Series or a bragging rights thing or whatever. I don't know. So yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Khali tries to choke slam Orton, but then Orton kind of like no sells it and
hits him with an RKO.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which sounds bad on paper. Sounds like one of the worst ideas you would ever think about. But
it
made
its point, you know.
But no, it was actually good. In case you didn't know, Orton and Khali won.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They won, and of course they were the two fighting at the end.
Well, yeah, because during the match, Orton pretty much gave Khali a stiff tag. He slapped him, so they're not happy with each other because there's no mutual respect between the two. Yep.
Shades of Grey, man.
I think it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Orton's motivation for it would be. Maybe it was just like an offhanded thing, or maybe he's taking tips from Beth Phoenix. On how to tag, but
Yeah,
I think he got his
see
point.
the point of them including that in the match.
Well, he wants to look good going into the match.
Hmm.
I think we can all understand that.
Yeah. So after that, we get a stupid hype package for Cena versus Rock, WrestleMania 28. Which I guess I shouldn't say it's stupid because it's a match you do need to hype, especially since it's going to be your main event. But as like a hardcore fan or whatever, you know what's happening. So this is more for casual fans.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that we got our 6 Divas tag match, which is
It's 8
Tamina.
divas.
8, whatever. Who cares? It's 2 minutes anyway, regardless. Tamina, Alicia Fox, Eve Torres, Kelly Kelly versus Beth, Natalia, and the Bella Twins.
Hmm.
Yay!
And apparently Beth brought her Rolaids tonight.
Okay.
No one.
Wait, was that supposed to be setting up for a fart joke?
I thought it was a roll-up joke. Oh, Beth, whatever.
Did I say Beth? I meant Natalia.
Yeah. Anyway, Eve, Beth start
Fucked
things
up a
off.
fart joke. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
But pretty much Beth slaps Eve. Oh yeah, this is where Beth gives Eve the clothesline and breaks her nose.
Ooh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, and then Beth slams Eve. Then she basically slaps one of the Bella Twins. Who cares which one it was? Between her tits, and then she's all like, "Oh my god." Excuse me. Sorry.
No,
It's a
not
diva
the
match,
tits.
Yeah. Anyone else want to talk about this?
No.
It's good to see that Alicia Fox is embracing her inner furry.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while.
Yeah, you and Backlash have a lot to discuss there sometime.
Yeah. And so we're thinking a possible managerial role sometime in the future.
I don't know, I think they pretty much.
I'd watch that.
For the most part. Bella Twin taunts Beth and then turns around and gets hit with a Samoan drop. Tamina goes top rope. Other Bella distracts her. Kelly and Alicia make the save as Tamina hits the what? What else could it be but the Superfly Splash? Shades of her father. And then gets the pin. Yay.
Isn't she adopted?
I'm not sure. I have no clue. I mean, I assume that she was just biological. I don't really care.
I think Deuce was adopted.
I don't know. I know that
Yeah,
Snuka.
by firing Sim Snuka, you could say WWE really dropped a deuce.
Wow.
Rolaids, get it?
Oh
Anyway,
man, sorry guys.
God.
The face Diva team wins. Teaser for The Rock to appear on Leno, which I heard he was good. Didn't watch.
I refuse to watch Leno after what he did to O'Brien.
Yeah, now Conan sucks. He's barely getting more
Oh,
ratings.
fuck you.
No. I'm saying his ratings suck. He's getting barely more ratings than when what's his face was canceled. George Lopez was canceled. I think he's getting like 100,000 more viewers than Lopez tonight was when they were canceled. So his show's in the shitter right now, as far as viewership.
It's because NBC owns all his best stuff.
Yep. Triple H backstage, talking on the phone with the board, making decisions about what they're going to do with Laurinaitis. Then Johnny Ace walks in, says he's going to be fine with whatever decision's made. Then Johnny Ace says that HBK will be there next week. Then Triple H is like, what? Sean's not going to be here. He's hunting, because that's what he does now. And he has a sweet hunting show on the Outdoor Network.
I don't think he plugged it like quite that much.
Hey, Macmillan River Adventures is the shit.
I'm sure it is.
It's okay. The best shows are when they have guest spots, but whatever.
Like Triple H hunting an alligator?
Or when Michael Cole's there and he's doing commentary on HBK hunting.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lorna says he made it happen because he can do things just like that. Then he announces John Cena versus Kane in an ambulance match for Elimination Chamber.
Oh no!
And yep, Triple H threatens Johnny Ace. They get out of the office. Back to commercial.
Get another promo?
And we get that "This is not over" promo from the Undertaker again.
Yep.
It's not even halfway through the show.
Well, no, the show. The show didn't have much to it. If you think about it, there was pretty much not much to it. There was a few matches. It wasn't bad by any means, but.
And then we get a backstage segment of Laurinaitis saying that Triple H refusing to face Undertaker, and he calls him a coward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder how this is going to work out then.
Johnny Ace eats a pedigree.
Oh, no shit. I mean,
Six-pack challenge. All the contestants of the Elimination Chamber competing for the 6th slot and what would be seen as the advantage in the Elimination Chamber. So we've got Jericho, Miz, R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, and CM Punk.
it's about as advantageous as coming in at number 29 in the Royal Rumble.
You mean number 30?
No, because that's actually proven advantageous.
Oh.
2 years in a row, man.
I got you. I mean, but if you want to, I guess, percentage-based or something like that.
I'm talking about actual.
I guess. I know what you're saying.
So we're now at the main event.
Yep.
Thank you, Digi, for interrupting our brilliant conversation.
Yeah, our witty banter.
Yeah. It's a talk show, man.
I know, I'm talking about how we're at the main event.
Oh, fuck you.
There was two notable spots in this match. One was where we figured that R-Truth broke his tailbone on his landing because Miz pretty much wimped out, and instead of catching Truth, he pushed him away. And Truth was taken out because he was not seen to be fit to continue. And I figured that he was just fucked up, but apparently he's fine now. So I guess that doesn't throw even more wrenches.
What happened was he actually whiplashed and hit his head on the ground, so they wanted to make sure.
That's what it was. I just saw his landing. He just landed like square on his ass, so I figured he broke his tailbone.
and his head whipped back and hit the floor.
Ooh.
Stupid Miz.
Yeah. Miz actually, if you read the dirt sheets.
He's in the doghouse.
Yeah, he's kind of.
Been in the doghouse for a while, and this just is like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Oh.
It wasn't so much in the doghouse as they just didn't have shit to do for him.
Now, have we heard any word whether this is gonna, whether
they're
Truth
gonna
is
turn
gonna
this
be
into an
injured?
They're turning this into an angle.
Because
Well,
I mean, how are you going to turn this into an angle? You didn't catch me?
Yeah.
What is this, WCW?
well, it's like, aren't Miz
I think they're just going to go with
already-
the injury thing. Like, oh, he's injured, so he's going to be at a disadvantage.
I thought you were going to say they're going to like turn it into a Miz Truth promo for WrestleMania, something like that. I mean, they probably will. I would hope that. I mean, if you're going to do a blow-off, that's the time.
Yeah.
To do a blow-off. Then, of course, if they bring back Backlash, they probably won't. But yeah. Anyway.
Backlash. Any word on that yet? See, it's funny because
are you going to release the? Are you going to give them access to the copyright to your name?
It's funny because it's a pun.
Yeah, I know. I was working that angle.
Yeah. Don't steal my gimmick, yo.
Yep.
So the match continues with just 5 of them.
Yeah. Yep. Most of the action was going on outside the ring for most of this. Except for the beginning of the match, actually, I suppose everyone goes to beat up Jericho, which is funny.
Everyone but Punk.
Oh.
And Punk just kind of hangs back. She's like, this is happening.
It's like, yeah, suck it, Jericho.
Well, we get one spot where Punk and Jericho are facing off against each other, like they're having a Mexican standoff, and then they get jumped by Miz and Ziggler.
Really telegraphing that they're saving a meeting between these two people for a pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what pay-per-view is coming up that they could do that at. Big one-on-one showdown.
Did they move TLC up? We could do a tables match. Anyway,
A Jeritron 5000 match.
Hey, the only way to win is to put your opponent through the Jeritron 5000. It would work. I would love it. Where are we at here?
Only one man has ever come back from this devastating maneuver.
And then one. What do we got?
And he had to get eye surgery. He still came back.
Yeah.
Longest match on record.
Yeah. What do we got? Ziggler rolls up Punk for 2. Punk pretty much blocks Ziggler's zigzag. Turns into GTS. Punk covers, but Jericho pulls him out, who got thrown out to the ring earlier. And then Jericho throws Punk across the announcer's table. And then runs in to cover Ziggler. And Jericho is the winner, and he becomes the number 6 entrant within the Elimination Chamber on 2 weeks from, well, I guess 1 week from now, but at the time, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Raw.
I'm kind of glad they don't really use the six-pack challenge as a main event for a pay-per-view anymore.
I guess we should also mention that Jericho grabs the WWE title and sits cross-legged in the middle of the ring with it over his shoulder, mocking Punk.
Yep.
Oh, God, then I remember this now. The backstage segment that was pre-recorded with Eve and Kane. Because this feud is, like, one, again, up there with... it's not even the worst feud Kane's been in, but, he's gonna win, like, worst feud of the year again.
Kane's got a serious rape face.
Yeah, he's afraid of what he's gonna do.
I hate it, Eve.
Yeah.
All the pain.
He really wants Cena to embrace the hate.
Dude, just get some lotion, rub it out, and be done with it, okay?
Oh.
Well,
afraid of what's capable.
And that's how Raw ends, pretty much.
Yeah, Kane's rubbing one out.
On an implied rape.
Well, which we won't see because Eve's going to be out of action.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the rape.
Yep. So there we go. That was Raw.
Exactly.
It was fairly...
It was
a lot of stuff
fine,
happened.
but there just wasn't much to it.
Yeah, it was good, but kind of empty.
It was a Raw meant to just kind of bridge the gap a little bit.
It's like all the stuff that happened was kind of like the same typical soap opera stuff.
Yeah.
And no Brodus Clay, which disappoints me.
Nope.
No Brodus Clay this entire week, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he was on Superstars, though. He might have.
Well, actually, he did have... He was on the dark match for SmackDown, but...
Nobody sees that, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Shame.
Speaking of SmackDown, SmackDown opens with Sheamus, and Booker says that Sheamus has a ticket and wonders if he's going to cash it in at WrestleMania, because, winning the Royal Rumble is like Money in the Bank now. And then Booker finishes that with, he's calling it, he's going to do it.
Oh,
yeah.
Booker.
Well,
somewhere the War Machine is just so happy that happened.
And then Josh Matthews says that we'll find out after the Elimination Chamber who Sheamus will cash in his WrestleMania main event, because everyone's in the main event at WrestleMania. After the Elimination Chamber. Then Sheamus cuts a promo telling us the exact same thing. I don't know why Josh had to say that, but they put it in there.
Spoilers, Josh. Jesus.
Exactly. It was like right after each other. It was really weird, but
nice going, Josh.
Sheamus has been told by other superstars that he should choose now, because obviously these superstars are morons, or maybe they're higher than Evan Bourne. Sheamus says he was bullied as a kid, and then he fought back. He became so good at fighting that he got to the WWE. Remember, kids, fight now, success later.
Yes.
Well, it kind of makes sense that he would have been beaten like a redheaded stepchild as a kid.
Ooh.
I mean, it's fine for like his gimmick, but I think it sends the wrong message, especially with him being like one of the poster childs for the BSR campaign now that he's a face. After Sheamus says that, then he says he's a pasty red-faced Irishman and proud. Then Wade comes out sans jacket.
Sans jacket? Oh no, there's gonna be a brawl.
Well, Wade usually like throws it off at his entrance, which looks cool. But now he's got to promote that shirt, which is all right. His shirt's fine, but it's just like
He's got to get that music over.
oh god, the music is awful. I don't want to talk about the music.
It's even worse than his last theme song.
The last theme song got to a point where it was like acceptable.
Yeah, it grew on people.
Wasn't
So I can't even hum it. It's so atonal.
Yeah. Wade says that Sheamus should go for the WWE title because he won't beat Wade at WrestleMania after Wade wins at Elimination Chamber. If that happens, then Sheamus would be remembered only as a pasty-faced ginger Irishman. Sheamus then talks about last week when Wade got his ass kicked by Orton. Cody interrupts. Then, unlike both of them, he knows how to win at WrestleMania. He tells the audience that he's the only one here in the building that isn't ashamed to look at themselves naked in the mirror. I laughed.
Wow.
After Cody says he'll be the first dual IC and World Heavyweight Champion, Big Show interrupts. This upsets me. And then some loser in the crowd has a stupid WMD sign in a camo pattern in the crowd.
Yeah.
Why do people do this?
I don't know.
Big Show respects Sheamus, so he won't tell Sheamus what to do, and Sheamus nods approvingly. Sheamus says that if Cody doesn't shut up, he'll slap the taste out of his mouth. He has a witty retort for Cody, but nothing for Wade. I don't know why. Show says that he's not going to promise he's going to win at Elimination Chamber, but then he says that he thinks the fans would, if the fans think about Sheamus versus Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, they should get excited, and essentially he's being an indirect motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like some of Cody's taunts in this.
Oh yeah.
Like,
No, Cody has a lot more personality than
like none of them. Well, that's
the
the thing. None of his taunts were particularly creative or witty or anything, but just the way he sold them with his personality just made them.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the line, the Giants winning the Super Bowl, but not WrestleMania.
Right. They know how to. Yeah, that's great. Wade responds as politely as possible. Says Big Show is a WrestleMania punchline. Says that Snooki is more successful at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
And like you said, Cody chimes in, says the Giants can win at Super Bowls, but not at WrestleManias.
They showed Big Show mouth. Who's Snooki?
Yeah.
Who?
Cody goes on to call him the Reverse Undertaker and asks him who's he's going to lose to this year, the boxer, the sumo wrestler. But then he gets
Basketball player.
Yeah, the basketball player will be this year.
I think the only match I know where Big Show actually won at WrestleMania was the one last year against the Core.
With Apple.
Yep.
And then
Apple.
Then Cody gets chest slapped from Big Show. Sheamus goes after Wade. Cody goes for the beautiful disaster kick, but then gets caught by Show, indicating that he's going to do choke slam, but instead just throws Cody out of the ring. Sheamus gives Barrett a lariat out of the ring. We had 4 men in the ring all talking. A brawl broke out. No Teddy Long making a tag team match at first. I was thinking this was like the greatest thing, but then after commercial, during the commercial break, a tag team match was announced with, quote, Elimination Chamber implications.
Implications.
Which there were none because, one, you've got the Royal Rumble winner who's not even in the match.
Yep.
What does he have to gain out of this?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe they're going to do something similar to like what they did on Raw, where like the winner or the guy who got the pin would get the 6th slot, but then that just creates tension amongst teammates trying to get the pin. This had no Elimination Chamber implications. Michael Cole, you fucking suck. What was this? Back at the ring, we see Jinder Mahal taking off his headdress, and Cole says that what he's doing is a very important ceremony. So important we barely saw any of it. Then pretty much all Jinder does is place it in a plastic box. I was really expecting Jinder to get thrown through the plastic box during this match, but
I wish.
Yeah.
I think they're going to save that spot.
Maybe. Jinder cuts a picture-in-picture promo, says that after he wins this match, he'll demand he replaces Khali in the Elimination Chamber. Please, God, no, wait, I don't even know how to feel about this.
Yeah, this is a 5-star match coming up here.
Oh,
Jinder
God.
Mahal versus Great Khali.
Yeah. Jinder Mahal versus Great Khali. This is terrible. Jinder tells him to lie down. Khali's like, no. And then Khali just slaps him. then during this whole thing, Josh is trying to tell us about the backstory, but it's a shitty backstory because it doesn't make sense. Because they're talking about how rich Jinder is, but the thing is, they've always talked about how big of a celebrity and how rich Kali is over in India, and he's a WWE superstar. The whole thing about calling them superstars is you're supposed to indicate that they're rich, they're wealthy, they're all this, but it doesn't work for a bunch of gimmicks in the company.
Especially not when you have it going around like 4 gimmicks at a time.
Exactly. And here's a big thing that I noticed in the match was that Jinder gets brain chopped, and he borderline no-sells it. And this is like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And then Kali just hits a double choke slam for the win. This was incredibly stupid.
Excuse me.
Teddy Long is having his Oksana segment for the show, and it ends with Oksana rubbing Teddy's cheek. And then Daniel Bryan interrupts, and he's pissed that Teddy Long had a barbecue in the parking lot. I was thinking this had to be along with the DiBiase Posse party. No word on if they were related. Bryan says that he's so sick that he can't compete anymore because Teddy Long ate meat, and but then Teddy gets
Poor
his
defenseless creatures.
Exactly.
Hey, player, I'm sorry you're a vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm a vegan. I don't eat meat, and I don't eat dairy, and I don't eat cheese. Wait a minute, what?
Cheese is
Jesus, daddy.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
So I love this. He's even more stuck up than a vegetarian.
Yeah,
Right.
he does not count cheese as dairy.
Yeah, but then Teddy gets serious and tells
Enlightened
Daniel
my
to
ass.
for his match against Orton, or he'll forfeit the title. We get an ad that HBK will be back on Raw next Monday. Hopefully something good. Probably someone's getting super kicked. Beth Phoenix versus Alicia Fox. Booker marks out for Alicia, so Charmel better watch out. Beth tells Alicia to get out of the ring. Alicia refuses. So I'm noticing a trend here on this show that the heels are telling all the faces to basically lie down or just leave. We get an odd spot. Fox reverses an Alicia. Fox versus an Alicia, yeah. Fox reverses an Irish whip into the corner, then tries a monkey flip on Beth, but that didn't work at all. So they try and fix it. But essentially, Beth gets glam slam for a 3 count. After the match, Beth goes for another glam slam, but who would run in but Tamina? And gets the save, and then Beth and Tamina stare down.
You know, if I was a wrestler and I was working a match with a black guy, I would feel really awkward telling them to do a monkey flip.
No, brutal.
I would. I just would. It would just be kind of like, eh.
Well, hopefully we get to the point of being such a good worker that you would be able to just know each other's movesets and you wouldn't need to call spots.
Oh, yeah, you'd hope, but, I mean...
We'll just do that spot in the corner where I do the flip move. What's it called?
Yeah, flip me.
The flip move from what's it called? The monkey flip?
The carnival circus.
Yeah, that one.
The flip-a-magoo?
Yeah. That thingy.
The inverted primate. What?
Oh. After this match, we get a promo for The Rock, and it says that everyone knew how big he would be. They show a home movie of The Rock cutting a promo as the Hulkster, and then they mute out the F in WWF. Sad but necessary. They're really pushing Rock as the face, so I'm pretty sure we can expect that Cena is going to embrace the hate. My favorite part of this promo was that they interviewed his high school security guard, who is still a security guard at the high school.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad that The Rock has done so much with his life, and you're still a lowly security guard.
Well, once you get into that line of work, it's kind of hard to get out.
Well, I mean, you could have moved on to, like, a bank.
Well...
Or does the school play so well? I don't know. Then everyone's favorite segment of the night is after this.
Yeah.
Backstage, Tyson Kidd and Natalya are talking. Then Natalya farts. And Tyson Kidd leaves. And then who would enter but Hornswoggle? And
poor Hornswoggle.
He just faints, and then Natalya blames the fart on Tyson.
And then he even faints cartoonish style, where his legs are kind of sticking up in the air.
His legs are still sticking up after they pan down to him.
He's just staring straight forward.
And actually, I didn't even realize that was Tyson Kidd. I thought that was Cody Rhodes for a second.
Yeah, no, he's very hard to recognize with hair. And, I absolutely hated the little flip thing he had going on with a bald flip. But this just is, worse. I didn't know you could do worse.
He should have just gone whole hog and just shaved bald.
He's just
Nothing
so
else.
He did that for a
nondescript.
while, and it still was weird at first. I didn't know who he was, and then I was like, oh, it's Tyson Kidd, and then now he started growing his hair out, and I didn't know who it was at first. And
I mean that pink tuft that makes him look like Mallow from Super Mario RPG was gay as hell, but at least he was recognizable.
Yeah.
Then we get the match that was announced in the first segment. We get Sheamus and Show versus Wade and Cody. This was a weird match. I really was not a fan of the match. Cody starts the match. Show basically growls at Cody, and Cody walks away, tags Wade in. I thought Cody was just going to walk away with his title and then just leave, but he eventually gets back up on the apron. Wade tags back in. Then Big Show does his stupid slaps in the corner, military press, and then tags in Sheamus. The heels pretty much get no offense for the first 8 minutes in the match, which is what killed it for me. Later, they repeat this rear naked choke spot on Big Show, which I didn't like. Each guy does the same spot, and they both have the same result. They do the whole thing where Show fades, he gets down to one knee, then he comes up with a cherry-colored head, and then just breaks him off.
Right.
Reason I don't like this is because, one, they pretty much killed the rear naked choke as like anything that can put a guy down. And the only reason this spot can really even get is somebody actually wins with a rear naked choke. And nobody ever does. So yeah, and the thing is, since both guys repeat it, it's just weird because, like, well, why would Cody even repeat this spot after Wade just did it? Because Wade's clearly the stronger of the two, and if he can't put Big Show down, how is Cody gonna do it? I don't know. Cody hits a great, beautiful disaster kick. This was a fantastic kick on Big Show. Then there's some minor heat that the heels get. Then they basically go home, and there's a hot tag to Sheamus and a hot tag to Wade. Sheamus is setting up for a bro kick on Wade. Cody tries to intervene, but he's met with a spear from Big Show. Sheamus gets the 3 count after connecting bro kick. Next segment was great.
I kind of enjoyed that match. You know, I mean, you talked about like the problems you had with it. They did work the Big Show. They actually made it look like you could manhandle the Big Show being a smaller guy.
Hmm.
And I kind of like that. I kind of enjoyed seeing Big Show struggling to stay on his feet.
I mean, the thing is, it's like every Big Show match. Like when somebody's getting heat on it, and I'm just, I want more.
No.
I
It
know he's
wasn't
limited.
like
I know
every
he's
Big
limited.
Show match. This was a little bit different. They were actually keeping him on the ground and working on him,
He
kind
was
of like.
barely on the ground. He was on one knee, I think, and then
No,
I think
he was down on his side. He was all the way down, and they were still working on him. They were still working him over.
like I said, they got some minor heat, but I didn't really feel like he was actually threatened, you know?
I know. I feel like you and I were watching two different matches.
That's fine, whatever. It's just, I also had a problem that the heels got no offense for like 8 minutes.
I don't remember it that way.
Whatever. You got anything else to say about the match?
I liked it, and it was awesome, and you're wrong. So,
It's fine.
yeah.
It was
Mega
alright.
Fighter?
Anyone?
Yeah, it was alright.
Did you?
Yeah, it kept my interest throughout the whole thing, and that's hard to do because I'm kind of a picky fuck.
Okay. Next segment, we got Michael Cole interviewing AJ. AJ says she's getting the brace off soon and getting ready to come back to competition. Cole says no one knows who AJ is and asks if people are really supporting her. No. Cole asks if she blames Big Show for injury, then asks why she is at ringside, and then she says that's because she loves Daniel, and Daniel asked her to be. She doesn't believe that Show intentionally injured her. She then says that Cole has damaged Daniel Bryan's image and causes problems for him. AJ is still getting a face reaction, which is good. AJ says WWE would be better if Cole just shut up to roar from the crowd.
Yeah.
Cole says that people are saying that Daniel Bryan is setting her up to get injured, and AJ is blindly in love, and she would throw herself in front of a bus. Cole then says AJ has no self-respect, and everyone is saying this. Everyone is saying this. Everyone. You know, he doesn't list names, which kind of sucks. I mean, I understand he's a heel. Whatever.
I think everyone's saying it in a way, but just not the way he's putting it. You know,
Right. He's not too good with words. Daniel Bryan comes out and says if Cole says one more word, he's gonna break both of his arms. Daniel Bryan cuts a great. This is the great vegan / environmentalist promo that Daniel Bryan.
This was great.
hmm Daniel Bryan says that he's going to leave the arena and take AJ in his, wait for it, Prius.
I'm gonna
He
go
also-
home and recycle.
Yeah.
He also mentioned how he took a nature walk.
Oh yes, the nature walk.
Instead of watching the Super Bowl and stuffing meat
Eating
into his.
fatty foods. Gross.
I wonder if Daniel Bryan's gonna go into a feud with Jim Ross at one point.
Hopefully not, because Jim Ross is actually. Maybe they. I hope not. Whatever. I don't want to think about it. Then at the end, as Daniel Bryan and AJ are walking away, Booker says that AJ is sweeter than carnation milk.
That was weird.
Yeah.
That's a creepy line.
Booker is kind of a creepy announcer sometimes. Then backstage, Teddy and AJ are met. Or Teddy meets Daniel Bryan and AJ, and says that if Daniel Bryan leaves the building, he will forfeit the title.
Mhm.
But he will arrange travel for AJ. And then we get today's throwaway match, which is Ted DiBiase with a
Fuck.
versus Hunico with Camacho, who is no longer from Juarez, but instead just Mexico.
Fuck.
I personally still can't get over the fact that Hunico wrestles in a wife beater, bandana, and Dickies work pants.
Stupid sunglasses.
I hated this.
You're cutting out.
No, I don't think he is. I think that's all there is to say about the match.
He hated the match.
He hated the match so much.
This match surprised me a bit. I wasn't sure how they were gonna if they were gonna work over their wrist a lot, because it is a legit injury. But Hunico works it over a lot. He slams it into a ring post, and there was an actual ping from the post. So that actually made me cringe a little bit. There was a number of stomps and smashes to it, but then in the end, Teddy wins with a schoolboy.
Uh,
Yeah, then we get this weird, stupid segment. Apparently it was announced online that Johnny Ace is still the Raw GM because we couldn't say this during any of the angles or anything. Then we have a taped phone call on a tape show that Michael Cole tries to pass off as live, yet the audio qualities are massively different. It is complete with, bedded crowd noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Johnny Ace says that he's whining and dining with the kings and queens of Abu Dhabi, and then he informs us that UAE stands for United Arab Emirates because, the audience is stupid. And he says Monday is going to be great, and that he's going to be back, and he's going to be back as the interim GM, but I was under the impression that this was supposed to be like a job evaluation that would make his position permanent. I guess I was wrong. What'd you think of this?
I could have done without it.
It was too awkward for me.
Yeah,
and it's not just Johnny
filler.
using it.
I didn't have a problem with him explaining what the UAE stands for, because a lot of people really don't know that. And I'm not trying to make a comment about the state of education or anything like that anywhere. I'm just saying.
Right, no, I just had a problem with it being kind of awkwardly set up.
Yeah.
it was
Not
like
really
some
comic
bullshit that they could have just made up, and it would have been no one would have noticed.
Right.
Well, obviously he's not dining with the royal family. I mean, granted, the royal family is probably massive, so.
He's not dining with Jinder Mahal.
Come on, getting a reservation with Jinder Mahal, just getting an audience with his presence, that takes months in advance just to get the reservation.
Unless
You need to
you're
wrestle
Great
3
Khali,
matches
then you
with
can
Great
jump
Khali to
ring
get
shot
that.
anytime you want.
Yeah. Amazingly, during the main event, Orton comes out first, and then the champ comes out.
Yeah.
I was a little bit surprised about this, and unsurprisingly, he gets the same reaction as he always does. So why don't we do this all the time?
Yep.
If he's not the champ. During the break, because we have a commercial break between entrances, Big Show joins the commentary team, and Cole asks why he's out here, but it's a gargle up response because Daniel Bryan's theme music kind of plays over it. It was something like, "I want to see this match firsthand," Big Show pulls out the old "say it to my face and not over the internet" line on Michael Cole, who was saying some unkind things about the Big Show. I don't have much to say about the Orton versus Daniel Bryan match. I thought it was great. There was great pacing, good combination of mat wrestling, and then they went to high spots. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's all you can say?
No, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here a little bit. This is an intro. I didn't like the end of it. I did not like the end because clearly Daniel Bryan hit the Big Show first, so it shouldn't be a DQ.
Well, the way it works is that anyone involved in the match can hit anyone. I mean, I guess with the exception of, like, the ref.
Right.
But once they get touched by anyone outside, that automatically DQs the other person.
And
That's just the rules. I
just think that's a very awkward looking situation.
Yeah, but I also don't. I mean, I guess also since it wasn't a lumberjack match or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I didn't like was the post match a little bit between Big Show and Orton.
I thought that was good. I thought it was good because it creates tension between for the elimination.
I would have liked it just fine if they hadn't cut off what happened at the show for the broadcast.
Well, we cut off with Daniel Bryan walking away with the belt with an awesome smirk on his face, like, yeah, I'm getting it. The thing is, I'm hoping
what they cut off though is Randy Orton get laid out with the knockout punch.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did not show that.
Oh, okay. Well, probably intentionally.
Yeah.
You don't want to make Orton look weak, you know?
Exactly.
Well, after Big Show throws Daniel Bryan in, which causes the DQ, Daniel Bryan gets RKO'd. Right. And then we have that little spat between Orton and Big Show. And what I hope they do is they kind of paint Daniel Bryan as like a puppet master who's just manipulating all these people.
Right.
And I really think that's the direction they should go in. I think it's a really good one direction, and it makes sense for what the story they're telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being like the same preachiness that CM Punk was as part of the Nexus, but with vegetarianism instead of booze and drugs.
I think this lends itself to more entertainment value than just I don't do drugs and I don't drink. It's kind of hard to be funny about not doing drugs. I mean, especially
when you have Jeff Hardy as the way you start your gimmick. And Jeff Hardy's out there. I think people should live their lives the way they want and be open and free. And then you've got CM Punk saying, "You're all weak. You people are all just addicts and whatever."
Yeah.
And the way CM Punk conveyed himself during the gimmick was fantastic.
Yeah, but after Jeff Hardy left, though, there wasn't much left to it.
I thought his Royal Rumble promo was great.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that was good, but he had his moments, but overall, it just doesn't have very much sting to it. It just gets hard to watch after a while.
Final reactions?
I think WWE could have done better. There were spots that were good, but I don't know. It just really didn't care for these shows all that much.
Well, storyline-wise, it did a fairly decent job at advancing the story progression. I can't complain there. It's just the matches weren't set up very well. They were kind of throwaway matches.
Yeah.
For the most part, there were a couple good ones.
I still disagree with Arrow that tag match was bad.
It wasn't bad. It was just like boring to me.
Yeah. I thought they handled that situation like a Big Show. It almost feels like we watched almost two different matches because
I don't like the Big Show, so maybe that has something to do with it.
That might, because I definitely remember more than just 2 minutes of offense against the Big Show. It felt like they controlled the match.
I guess if you don't like the Big Show, you're not going to enjoy that shit regardless.
Yeah.
This was a filler week for WWE. This wasn't like a big start of the month thing or an end of the month or build up to the pay-per-view.
This was definitely bridging the gap between one show and another.
Yeah.
I like the fact Chris Jericho finally talked. That was probably the highlight.
Well, he said more than a sentence.
Yeah.
That's what should be said. Yeah, this wasn't like a major week at all for them. But it was it kept things. It slowly advanced things, and I thought it was fine. It was perfectly fine. It wasn't anything too amazing, but good overall.
No, it served its purpose for what they wanted it to be. It's just meh.
Yeah. So you want to do the little game thingy?
Yep.
Whatever you want. Who
What
gets
gets
more
more screen time than John Morrison? I'm gonna start off with Daniel Bryan's Prius gets more screen time than John Morrison.
It wasn't even on screen.
It still got more screen time.
Oh. Well, last time I was on the show, I already mentioned Natalia's farting, so I got to think of something else.
Piped in crowd reactions on SmackDown got more screen time.
I think Jinder Mahal's hat case got more screen time than John Morrison.
How about the curtains in Triple H's office, which is a weird choice because it makes his office look like a movie theater. Got more screen time.
You know, I'm pretty
John
sure
Morrison.
that like usually for those offices they try and get like a room or something, but I'm pretty sure they just like set up like one of their interview stages for that office because they couldn't find anywhere.
Yeah, it really did feel like it this week.
Yeah, it looked like Triple H's office was inside the Black Lodge from Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And speaking of John Morrison, he actually is now like the world title of that Philippines wrestling promotion that he went to and worked a match like against Shelton Benjamin.
Cool.
So he's finally a world champ.
Woo!
Yeah.
He did it.
World champion of the Philippines.
It's no make believe. So that'll do it for this week's Dark Match. I'm the Arrow.
I'm Mega Fighter Free.
And I'm Digifox, the fox that rocks your socks.
And I just don't really care anymore.
He's lonely.
Cue the music.